Legacy Commercial and Residential Construction. From concept to design, constructed to fit your lifestyle. We use only top quality finishes to make our house your home. Legacy Commercial and Residential Construction. The Sandhills residential and commercial builder of choice. The Zaxby's Coaches Show, brought to you by Legacy Commercial and Residential Construction, Farm Bureau Insurance, and Zaxby's Friends, Family, Flavor. With your host, Chris Delambert, only on the NFHS Network, brought to you by New Image Media.
Welcome to the Zaxby's Coaches Show. I'm Chris Delambert, joined by Hector Perez, Regional Marketing Director for Zaxby's and all things chicken. What's going on, man?
Oh, you know what? For another Tuesday being back with you again, it feels good. I'm hoping that, the night goes by pretty quick.
Back-to-back days, man. We get to hang out. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow.
I know, right?
And of course, Thursday, more high school football. Nate Cochran and I will be on hand at Union Pines to call their game. And then on Friday, Lee County hosts South Granville. We'll be there. Woo. I get the weekend off, and then Monday we do it all over again.
We'll be feeding Union Pines next Thursday.
Fantastic.
So, hey, we're on the roll.
This coming Thursday?
No, next Thursday. Next Thursday.
Well, I don't know that I'll be there, Hector. What's going on with that, man?
Hey, you should make a calendar on it.
All right. Well, save me one of those signature chicken sandwiches, man. That's the new joint. Talk about the signature chicken sandwich.
Yeah, so it's actually been doing pretty well. We've got the Signature Club that uses the same sandwich.
That's what I meant, man. Signature Club.
Yeah, well, they're still both brand new. They're still promoting
That's
both.
That's why you're the chicken guy, and I'm not, right?
Yeah, well, they use the same filet, and I got to tell you, man, it's worked out pretty well so far, and, they haven't changed anything, so it might just stick around forever.
And it's cheese and bacon.
Cheese, bacon, and...
How's it come dressed?
Either you can get spicy Zax sauce or regular Zax sauce.
All right. Lettuce, tomato, any kind of
you can add
rabbit food on
anything
there.
you want
Just
to
put
it.
anything on.
You can add double patties if you wanted to. You can do anything you want to the sandwich. You can add as much
Triple
as you
patties?
want. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, have fun.
I might get one of those on the way out the door today.
I'll make sure to get you one.
I'm digging that. All right. So events starting to pop up. What's y'all's focus in the community?
Yeah, now that I have it on top of my mind, September 10th. We do a sponsorship for Victory Junction. It's up in Asheboro. We didn't do it for the past 2 years because of COVID. They did an online race, but we still sponsored, but we're back to be back at it. It's a beautiful run. If you're able to come down there and get a run, I believe it starts at 8 a.m. at Victory Junction, September 10th. Definitely sign up for it, man. It's for a good cause, and we're happy to be there.
All right, fantastic. And if I want Zaxby's catering for a party at the house, how do I make that happen?
Oh man, the easiest way. We know you by heart, so if you just call up, give you a good discount. But if for the local people, if you want to just go online at Zaxby's.com, look up at your local Zaxby's through the zip code, it'll give you like how many stores you have around you, and just pick your favorite. Hopefully one of ours, but
All right, if I don't have a party and I just want to feed myself, Uber Eats, DoorDash.
We can go through the Zaxby's mobile app and you can order from there. You also get points from there, so you might get a free meal too.
Fantastic. Just out of curiosity, how often do the points expire? Are they good forever?
No, they're good forever. Yeah, they never expire. And for the most part, I've seen people use them quite a bit. You've got a couple, four-finger plates come out. And then also Zaxby's corporate marketing, they give out a bunch of free meals every once in a while. So it's a good download.
All right. It wasn't one of your direct competitors, but I will say that there is another food chain, because I love the app. I'm a slave to apps.
Okay.
And if I'm going out for fast food or something of that nature, I'm going to do it on the app so I don't have to fool around. I can pull up, it's paid for, all the rest of that. But I figured out, I thought I was doing something, and then I looked at my app and I'm like, what's going on? I didn't realize your points expire every 30 days.
Oh.
Come on, man. You guys, they don't expire. I love it.
No, yeah. They want to make sure that we keep you guys coming back.
So the points, do you redeem those for food? Is there merch? What's going on?
I believe there's options for merch, but for the most part, it is for food. It does stack up pretty quickly. So let's say I think you spend for every $10, you get about worth $2 worth of points, and usually I'm out there, racks up pretty fast.
That's not bad. Yeah. I want you to take back to the next regional or next national sales meeting. I think that if I rack up enough points, I ought to be able to rent the chicken soup. Can we do that?
I'll make it happen. I have it in the car.
Careful. All right. Anything else you'd like to add before we move on to the football?
Oh, I'm excited for football this year. Oh yeah, my boss is a great Go Dogs. Georgia Bulldogs.
Yes, I know.
So
Very
I'm
well.
excited for it. I might actually go to the game this year. Who knows?
All right. Very good.
But other than that, no. I mean, just come by your local Zaxby's. Make sure. There's a lot of changing. Insane Sauce sadly went away. But besides the other changes, everything's going pretty well. And come by. You got dine-in plates now, so we're here to stay.
All right. Well, thank you for Zaxby's and all of their support that they give to high school sports and all the other efforts out in the community. It's always good to see you, and it won't be long before we're back doing this again.
I know, right?
So have a great weekend.
Hey, you too, man.
And we'll see you Monday, Tuesday. I don't know what we're doing with Labor Day, but we'll see you soon.
We'll be seeing you soon.
All right. This is Chris Delambert. This is Zaxby's Coach's Show. We'll see you on the other side of the break with Coach Jason Trousdale and the Union Pines Vikings.
We took our signature sandwich and pumped up the bass. With bacon and cheese, it's the new Signature Club, remixed by Zaxby's.
We have a home at 225 Sainsbury Place.
Bring it.
We have automobiles.
Bring it.
I have golf clubs.
Bring it.
We have a trampoline.
Bring it.
I have jewelry.
Bring it. For all your home, auto, life, all your insurance needs, give us a call at 919-774-4440.
Come see us in person, 1720 West Everett Drive in Sanford, right beside Dexter Steakhouse.
North Carolina Farm Bureau is a proud sponsor of
Scholar Athlete of the Week Award.
Legal matters involving the family can be emotionally draining, complex, and difficult for all involved. Call the highly skilled attorneys at King Law Firm today. The call is free, the consultation is free, the advice is priceless. King Law Firm, we fight to make it right.
Welcome to the Zaxby's Coaches Show. And the coach, Jason Trousdale, year 2 at Union Pines. What's going on, man?
I'm doing all right.
Just all right?
Yeah, I mean, it was better last week at this time.
I missed it. You and Nate Cochran hanging out last week. I guess it was a happy day.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really nice show last week, and come on this week. It's tough to come on after a loss. Did it a bunch last year. Didn't want to do it as much this year. So,
well, here's the thing: you get out to a 1-0 start. You're 1-1 now against Grays Creek, who, for my money, is your toughest non-conference opponent. Just saying.
You could be right.
Better to be 1-1 than 0-5 like you started last year.
Right.
So I'm just trying to make it better.
Yeah.
I will say, though, I was surprised when I opened up the box score. You guys gave up 2 100-yard rushers this week against Grays Creek.
Yes.
Does it make you want to punch something when you hold a team to 2 passing completions and lose a ball game?
Yeah, when I redid the stats, I looked that over, and I think they had 51 attempts for 278 yards rushing, and like 2 attempts out of 10 for 16 yards. They did have a score, but we didn't play a good football game, and that was across the board. Offense, defense, and special teams. We had some really good players stand out, but collectively as a whole, you got to have 11 guys doing it right, and we just struggled, and we just. We talked about it this week. That's one game. We put it behind us at midnight on Saturday morning, and we're looking forward to Western Harnett this week.
All right, Western Harnett team not off to a great start. Lost 56-7, I think, this past week. They come into town. Talk first of all, why the Thursday night scheduling for this game? Most times when we see a Thursday night game, it's done. There's a catalyst, there's weather on the way or something of that nature. Why did you all choose Thursday for this ball game?
I think what it was is, they got the Labor Day weekend on Monday. So I think, we have people that were going to be out of town that potentially could help us work. So there's a lot of things that factor into that.
Okay, I hadn't even considered that.
I do love the fact that, we get to play the game Thursday. It's a short turnaround. We can maybe get a little bad taste out of our mouth. And then, if we do well, like we feel like we should, we can go scout Lee County and, other opponents as well for that Friday night.
Well, if you do come scout Lee County, come visit me up in the booth. We'll put you on the air, let you do some play-by-play. All right. Make it happen.
I'll take you up to that.
Like I said with Hector, the upside of you guys playing Thursday is I get to do both games.
Perfect.
So I'll be there with Nate, and we're putting the old band back together. I'm excited about it coming down. We'll be up a million miles up in the air, and I hope to not get vertigo up on top of the press box, but it's good. We're excited about it. With Western Harnett, any chance this is a trap game? And I know that sounds bananas, but
I mean, if we'd have beat Grays Creek, I would call it a trap game, but the fact that we're 1-1 and that team beat us last year,
probably bad news for Western Harnett.
Well, I'm hoping that. I just know that we got to play good football, and if we do, we have a high chance to be successful. We brought the kids in the morning on Saturday, talked about it. We showed them their mistakes, and there's mistakes by all of us. That's coaches included. So I'll put that out there. We've got to get back to the basics, both football offensively and defensively, and I think we've done that in these first couple of days of practice this week, and we're looking to turn it around this week.
So in year one, you kind of came in a little bit of a late hire with the way things unfolded, and I know that year one, your offense sort of evolved and was a week-to-week type situation on what you thought might be most effective against whomever you were deploying that offense against. Same concept this year, or are you trying to put your stamp on it and create a signature on offense?
Well, 2 weeks in a row we've done the same stuff. The only difference is we've run our plays exclusively under center the week one game, and then last week we ran pistol. We thought we could do some things on the perimeter to Grays Creek, and we just had some negative plays, whether it was a snap infraction or, we had 12 penalties for over 100 and some yards, and that's just not good news. You can't do that. So we're going to stay with what we're doing. I've coached multiple offenses. Coach Giggy does a tremendous job as a coach. I mean, he is fundamentally sound. He's one of the better coaches I've coached with, and I've coached in 21 years of coaching. So,
well, it seems like Ryan Giggy's been at Union Pines for 21 years. I don't know.
Yeah, how long and he's only been
like
there
part
3.
of the furniture.
But he's a high quality guy, and I'm super happy that he's part of my staff. I can tell you that much.
So, what would you call? What do you, Coach Giggy, call your offense?
So we run it's a wide zone. So basically, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get to the perimeter, but depending on what that defensive end does, our back is one cut runner. So he just keeps going around the perimeter, or one cuts it up. What we've done, we've found success at least, is we've been able to minimize our playbook, but get a ton of reps at doing so. And we met with Will Orban, who is the tight ends coach at Elon University, back in March. And we met with him for 6 or 7 hours with Grimsley staff and I think the Salisbury head coach at the time. And when he had talked to us about the wide zone, we really liked it. We thought less plays, ton of more reps, and we thought it just fit our offense. Now, it looked much better week one than it did week two. Week one we still thought we could have played a lot better. So I told our players tonight, I said, week one was closer to Union Pines. Week two was not us. We're still not there. We still got a lot of growing to do, and hopefully this week we can start playing better than we did in week one.
Any particular areas of emphasis this week in the short turnaround about things that you can do better in the very short term?
Well, the one thing that really stood out to us was that we didn't do a particularly good job on the O-line and D-line. We thought we stood up too high. We didn't come off the ball low on either side of the football, and Grace Creek did a really good job of taking advantage of that. They have two good backs, and their line blocked well, and their defensive line, their helmets were at thigh level of our offensive linemen. So they're a good football team now. They beat Hoke, and they were up by a couple scores on Hoke at Hoke, just the way they were on us. We feel like, if we'd have played a good football game, it'd have been a one-possession game. But.
So if you look at the stats, take everything sort of in a box, it would appear that you're going to be a run-heavy offense, which would jive with what you're talking about with wide zones.
Sure.
In a perfect world, after any 3 or 4 game stretch, what would you like the balance to look like in terms of runs versus passes in that offense?
In a perfect world, it would be probably 75-25 run to pass. We can boot off it. We can run tunnel off it. take some shot plays with it. That's the beauty of the offense. And having an H-back offset, you present a lot of problems because then it becomes a three-man surface. So it gives you an extra gap. So that would be the idea. If we can go 75-25, so if we have 60 plays in a game, if, I don't know,
45-15.
Yeah.
I do math a little bit.
I thought that's what it was, but if we could do that, and we have a high chance to be successful. So we talk about everything. So my keys to victory every week, they don't change. It's got to be time of possession, take care of the football, block, and tackle. I mean, it's really basic. Everybody can say that.
Sounds like some Paul Brown stuff, man. But nothing innovative about that.
No, but the basic about that is if you don't screw up, the chances are you're in football games. And our time of possession last week was 36 to them and 12 to us. That's 3/4 to 1.
That's rough.
That's not, not very good.
All right, so the team that you inherited, I know that your predecessor, Lonnie Cox, and you sort of said the same thing. We've got to get in the weight room.
Sure.
We've got to get bigger. We've got to get stronger. We've got to get the weight in or the work done during the summertime. Coming out of year two, your second summer with the kids, and I say that you really didn't even have a summer with the kids last year coming out of COVID.
It's very good.
But coming out of this summer, where would you grade yourself in terms of the work that got done in the weight room?
I mean, from where we were a few years ago because of COVID, I would give us a solid B. I think we're strong, but we obviously have room to get stronger. But we've done a good job of that now, and since 2 weeks after the season, any player that wasn't involved in our weight training class, we open the weight room 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday, from 7 o'clock till 8:20, and we had 20 plus kids, and then we also had a weight training class, so there was no stone left unturned. Like, the opportunity to be there was given to our players, and for the most part, most of them did well with that. Our JV program, specifically our rising freshmen, we brought those guys in, started in end of January. So they've been working out 3 days a week since the end of January and right through. So our JV roster is over 60.
Well, you and I talked about this before, and coming into this season, we call our conference here, they call it a 3A, 4A conference. Really, it's a whole lot more 4A conference than it is 3A. You've got the three 4A schools, plus you've got Scotland, who just came down from 4A, Lee County, who's on the cusp of 4A and has enough kids in the program to be bigger than most 4A schools anyway.
Right.
So that leaves Southern Lee and Union Pines as sort of the smaller pools of talent to pull from on campus.
Right.
And you told me, I want to check this number, you told me you had 46 freshmen in this JV class. Is that correct?
That is correct.
That's staggering.
Yeah.
And talk about what that number means for the future of the program and what you think it indicates.
Well, I can tell you, if we can have a successful season on the JVs, and you don't have to win every game, and you don't have to even go 500, but if you can get a lot of those kids bought in to have an opportunity to play, and maybe they'll only play 4 or 5 reps in a game, but the fact that they can get on the field and they know that what they got to do to get stronger to be able to get more reps on the field, I mean, I think that's going to be huge for the success of the program down the road. But right now, the program is now, and the wins need to come. And I'm not saying for the program. I'm speaking for. I'm a highly competitive guy, and last year didn't sit well. So there wasn't much sleep this past weekend because I thought we had a chance to win the football game. So I know that Western Harnet's 0-2, but the stress level of this game for me is as much as it would be playing Lee County, if that makes any sense, because this is a needed win. We need to win the football game.
So I don't want to look too far into the future. Coming into this, I looked and put a lot of weight on the game with Grays Creek for you, and a lot of weight onto the game with Hope County.
Yes.
How far off would I be on that assessment if I were looking at your schedule in total as calling those perhaps the most 2 important games of the year?
I would say good. I would say pretty accurate. I think, like you had said, when we saw that score with Grace Creek that they beat them, and then we watched the film and we saw that Grace Creek led by a couple scores too, and they got a late kick return to put them up. We realized that the games on our schedule that are in front of us, this week and moving forward the next week, are games that, if we want to have a chance to be successful, we need to win these football games. So, take one at a time. We got Western Harnett this week. We got to do a good job of that. And then the following week, we have St. Paul's, who has a Division I recruit that just was offered at James Madison. So but it's a game that we think, as a staff and as players, that we can win the football game. But we got to take it one at a time, and it starts Thursday.
All right. Well, if I know anything, y'all be well prepared for it. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back and give away some hardware. This is Chris Delambert, Coach Jason Trousdale. This is Zaxby's Coaches Show. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
Buy your next new or used car the way you want to buy with the Pinehurst Toyota Smart Buy program. Visit PinehurstToyota.com and choose or build the vehicle you want. Try the Pinehurst Toyota Smart Buy. It's the easiest way to buy your next new or used car.
At Ace, your backyard is right in our backyard. So when you need to feed your grass, remove the weeds, or wrangle those leaves, go to the best place that delivers on top brands like Ego, Toro, and Steel. You can also order online for curbside pickup or get what you need delivered today. Around the block, what you need in stock with people who know their lawn care.
Visit Randy and Jill Saunders or Kathy Thompson in Southern Pines or Seven Lakes.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
All right, welcome back to Zaxby's Coaches Show. Coach, we've got your Players of the Week here with us. I don't see anybody here from First Bank, but that's okay. We can go on without. First on offense, who'd you bring with you, Coach?
We brought Ethan Biggs, number 14. Very, very dynamic player. Really good kid, does well in the classroom. Has speed that is unmatchable. We need to find a way to get him the football more for us to be successful. He's one of the top game breakers in this conference, and we need to do a better job, all of us collectively, to get him the football because he can score from anywhere on the field.
Well, he's been one of the best game breakers in this conference since he showed up as a freshman. And I'm looking at you right now. How much do you weigh as we sit here today, Ethan? 165, because it seems like you weighed about 115 pounds when you were a freshman. So it shows. How has that affected you? Just as quick, just as electric as you were then, or have you lost a step?
I feel like it's just made me a lot faster and just a lot more swift on my feet. I just feel like I'm a better athlete now overall.
All right, Coach has said that one of the goals in the offensive game plan is to get you the football. I don't think that would come as any surprise to any opposing head coach that's done any work on you guys. What, if you had your choice, how would you most like to get the ball? Is it in the screen game? Is it in the run game? Is it down the field? Where do you feel most confident?
I mean, if I'm being honest, I would say I feel as if I'm as equally confident at slot as I am running back. But if I would prefer, then I would be at slot. All
right, very good. Any other words about this young man, Coach?
No, he's a really good kid, and he works tremendously hard. Obviously, you can tell by the size of his arms. The kid is very strong, buys in the weight room, and he's got a really good opportunity to play at the next level. There's no doubt about it.
All right, I think, do I have the right one? I do not. This is the Offensive Player of the Week award, along with a $25 Zaxby's gift card.
Thank you so much.
I'm sure there are many to come in your future. On defense, Coach, who do we have?
We have Jeremiah Womack. He's actually one of our inside linebackers. He actually was our backup behind Brett, who we have here as well. Brett actually hurt his shoulder during the game. Jeremiah came in and led us in tackles, had 10 tackles, had a strip fumble, and he was just all over the place. He played through a little bit of leg injury and wrist injury as well, so really tough kid, really good in the classroom. really happy to have him. He's a junior, just like Ethan is. 2 really good football players, and really, really good kids.
Jeremiah, in the opening, Coach talked a lot about the wide zone concept that the offense runs. If it were just me and you sitting here and I asked you what kind of defense you run and what your objectives on defense are, what would you tell me?
4-3. We run a 4-3.
It's 4-3. Are you guys trying to play downhill, shoot gaps? Are you trying to contain?
Oh, yes. Fill the gaps inside, fill the gaps straight downhill.
All right, very good. Have either of you guys seen anything that jumps out at you on tape with Western Harnett as you get ready for Thursday night? Either one of you. Go ahead.
Nothing really, to be honest. I mean, I'm not worried about anything. I think we're going to win. I'm almost 100% confident that we're going to win.
Feel like you owe some payback for last year?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we'll be there Thursday with you. What time is kick, Coach?
7:30.
7:30 kick Thursday night on campus at Union Pines. Always a great crowd out there. It's one of my favorite places to do a game. It'll be fantastic. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with one last award with Union Pines head coach Jason Trousdale after this break.
Jen Ritchie and her staff at Everything Pines can show you all the Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Aberdeen, and Bass have to offer. A trusted real estate professional with over a decade of experience. Each client receives a customized marketing plan featuring professional photography, drone footage, and floor plans designed just for them. For more information, go to everythingpinespartners.com and check out one of the hundreds of reviews. Everything Pines, showcasing the Sand Hills.
All right, welcome back to Zaxby's Coaches Show. Jason Trousdale, head coach at Union Pines in his second season. Big game coming up on Thursday night. I know you guys are ready. I'm looking forward to it. We've got the Union Pines Scholar Athlete of the Week with us. Tell us about this young man, Coach.
This young man right over here, his name's Brett Clemens. He's our linebacker, captain, second year as a captain. Tremendous student of the game. 4-point whatever GPA, it's like 3 or 4. He's like high up there. High quality kid, does everything right. He's a guy that you want on your team. He actually had 9 tackles before halftime, and he hurt his shoulder, and he had to come out, or else he could have been up around 20 for the game. So, really good football player, really excitable football player, and he's just a tremendous student.
All right, any lingering effects from the shoulder coming into Thursday night? You're 100% go.
Still up in the air. Still up in the air for Thursday.
All right, academically, what are your plans as you move on into the future? Have you thought much about that yet?
Definitely plan on going to college. Not quite sure where yet, but it's definitely going to be a 4-year school.
All right, you started narrowing down fields of study, something you think you might want to get into?
Possibly engineering, but not quite.
Okay, all right, very good. Any observations about Western Harnett as we move toward Thursday? Anything that jumps out at you?
Not a whole lot. As long as we play our game, we'll be just fine.
All right, very good. We're looking forward to it Thursday. On behalf of Farm Bureau, this is the weekly Scholar Athlete of the Week award, and a $25 gift card from Zaxby's. That'll buy you a couple meals, so take care of that.
Thank you.
Coach, any other words?
No, I think, like Brett had said, we're eager to get back at it Thursday night and prove that the team that played Friday night was not us. So.
All right. Well, we're fired up for you. We'll be on hand. Like I said, Nate Cocker and I, 7:30 kick. You'll be able to check that out on the NFHS network. After our broadcast here, we'll go straight into a replay of the game at Union Pines versus Grays Creek. If you're a Union Pines fan, you might want to see it. Coach. Turn to something else. It'll be okay. Focus on Thursday. You'll be good. Any last words, Coach, as we close this down? I think we're a little over.
No, I just, like I said, you know, we brought 3 really good kids in here, good program players, bought into the process, and, you know, we're excited about getting back to work on Thursday night.
All right, very good. Coach, it's been fun. It's good to see you. And we'll see you on Thursday night. I'm Chris Delambert, Coach Jason Trousdale. This has been the Zaxby's Coaches Show, live from Zaxby's in Southern Pines, North Carolina. We are out.
Buy your next new or used car the way you want to buy with the Pinehurst Toyota Smart Buy program. Visit PinehurstToyota.com and choose or build the vehicle you want. Try the Pinehurst Toyota Smart Buy. It's the easiest way to buy your next new or used car.
What do they call that? The air raid offense in that.
We took our signature sandwich and pumped up the base. With bacon and cheese, it's the new Signature Club, remixed by Zaxby's. We took our signature sandwich and pumped up.
The Zaxby's Coaches Show, brought to you by Legacy Commercial and Residential Construction, Farm Bureau Insurance, and Zaxby's Friends, Family, Flavor. With your host, Chris Delambert. Only on the NFHS Network. Brought to you by New Image Media.